Hello, and thank you for tuning in to I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, Tuesday night. As you can see, I am having a little cold. I have a cold that I'm trying to get over, but I am committed to I Choose Me, and so I'm here. A little bit problem with the voice. You may see me drinking from my cup of tea, my I Choose Me cup. But moving forward, I just want to start with what today is who is supplying you? That is the theme and the focus for I Choose Me this Tuesday night. We like to start with our motto. And our motto is, I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. And that's what this journey is all about. And so I'm asking that you love yourself, pledge to yourself, and uplift yourself. So like I said, I am dealing with a little cold, so bear with me with my tone. My topic today is, who is supplying you? That is what the topic is. So before we move any further, I like to go on definition. So the definition of supply is make something needed or wanted available to someone, provide. Synonyms are give, contribute, furnish, donate, bestow, grant, endow, impart, etc. The other word is supplies, and that is a stock of a resource from which a person or place can be provided with the necessary amount of that resource. Synonyms for that are stock, store, reserve, etc. The question for I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses this week is, who's supplying you? The easy answer for most people is God. But there's more to it. It's the people God sends your way that puts there to supply a blessing by the way of the lesson. And so what I mean by that is, everybody's answer to who's supplying you will always be God. And that is true. But what I want you to understand is that God uses people. How many people can say that, they had a bill that was due and they walked outside and money fell from the sky? Nobody, right? So that means God works through people to supply you with the things you need. And so you have to be able to receive it from the people that God sends into your life for a reason and a season to come out and help you with whatever it is that you're going to. My passion is that your passion is to help others. Kia says her passion is to help others. So what she has to do is be the source, be the what is it? Just be a source to give what she needs for whoever is in need through God. What has someone left in your reservoir? What are the people that are coming in your life? What are the people that God is supplying you with the things you need? What are they leaving inside your reservoir? What are you having to pull from? What are you pulling from in your need? Where are you going to in your need? I said, so the question you have to ask yourself is, who is filling you up and where has it gotten you thus far? So we have people in our life who God has placed in our life, who is to bring something to us. And the question is, do you know what they're bringing? Do you know what they are supplying you? And are you using whatever it is that people are pouring into you that is supposed to be for the betterment of where you're going? I said, be careful who you call when you are running low on fuel, because you have those that will fill you up and get you to the next destination, and you also have those that will leave you broke down. Now, this is early today. I got this whole topic because I was talking to my cousin this morning, and we was on talking about positivity, and in the middle of our conversation, I got the idea of what it means to be filled up. Who is fueling you? What are people bringing to you? What are they offering to you? And who are you calling when you're in need of refuel? Who are you dependent on when you're in need of motivation? Who are you calling when you trying to get through this next step in your life? Who are you calling that is supposed to be pouring into you to allow you the strength to be able to press on? Who are those people in your life? Do you know who those people that are set for you to fuel you up? I said, be mindful of where you're getting your gas from. Do you require 87 or 93? What kind of car are you? Because luxury requires 93 to perform at its greatest potential. And so I got this vision of the car and how, depending on the type of car that you have, determines the level of fuel you need to put in it. And so the question I have for you is, have you upgraded to a luxury car? And do you find that the people that are still in your circle are still trying to put 87 gas in a 93 model? The question is, are people evolving when you're evolving? When you're growing, are people growing with you? Are people inspiring you? Are they pushing you to be your best self? Are they telling you that your dreams are possible? Are they telling you that whatever it is that you have inside of you, you can achieve? Are these the people that are fueling you up? Are these the people that are pouring into you? The question is, are they putting in 87 or are they putting in 93? And the question that you have to ask yourself is, what do I require? Am I getting what I require in order for me to go to the next level? I said, people often accuse you of changing when God elevates you because you had to surround yourself with people who had the right gas for the car you were driving. So in other words, sometimes in our relationship, as God continues to bring us up and build us up, we tend to change our surroundings. We tend to change the company we keep. And the reason why we do that is because God says, I need to keep you equipped so that you can go to the levels in which I'm taking you. And when you outgrew this situation, I place you in a new situation where you can get filled up for wherever you're going for your next level of this journey that I'm taking you on. So the question is, are you getting 87 or are you getting 93? Who is pouring into you and what level of gas are you allowing yourself to receive? I said, when I grew, you didn't, wait, and you didn't, and now you're, okay, sorry. You didn't, now you're still trying to put 87, but I require 93, and instead of changing your car, you expected me to destroy mine. And I refuse to be more concerned with your feelings than I am with keeping my vehicle moving. And so that boils down to what the movement is all about. I choose me, hashtag no more excuses. It means that I'm going to be accountable and pay attention to what you're adding to my life. I'm going to be accountable and pay attention to what you're bringing to fuel me up. Are you bringing me motivation? Are you bringing me positivity? Are you bringing me those special things that are needed in order for me to reach my level of you and for me to reach where I'm trying to go? The fact is, I can't move if I don't have the right gas. And so if you find yourself in a circle of people who are not pouring into you, who are not allowing you to move in your distance, to move on the level in which you are supposed to go, is because you haven't been fueled up by the right person yet. It's because you haven't expressed to them that I now require 93. I no longer are going to take 87. I no longer can move on 87. I require a greater amount of gas because I'm a luxury car now. Nakia says, why am I shouting in here? Lord, I thank you. I thank you for people who have placed in my life. Thank you. Absolutely. And so that's what it's about. It's about you making sure that the people that you allow in your space is bringing you the vital things you need to be able to move on this journey of life, to be able to move on this journey to reaching your supreme moment of destiny. Because if you are not accountable for what someone is bringing to you, you might end up broke down and you don't know why. It's because you haven't been fueled with the right amount of gas. In order for people around you to increase the grade of gas they are putting in your new vehicle, they have to first, number one, celebrate the elevation authentically with no reservations or hesitations. In order for you to stay in the circle that you're in, and in order for people to pour what you need, even though your luxury car has changed, they would have to first celebrate the elevation authentically with no reservations or hesitation. That means I support you because I see your growth. That means I support you because I believe what you believe. That means I support you. And so whatever it is that you are requiring to get to the next level, I'm willing to pour that into you because you mean that much to me. The second thing is they have to have wanted this upgrade almost, if not more than you wanted it for yourself. So when you were shopping around for a new vehicle, and we talking about ourselves, when you were trying to get over those pains, when you were trying to build your stuff over, when you were trying to go on a level in which you saw yourself, These people believed in you like you believed in yourself. And so they are ready to authentically pour into you whatever it is that's going to help you reach that next level. The third thing is they would have to have been really connected to your journey and had a reoccurring positive role from the moment you met. Those people who are going to put in you what you are requiring are the people who have been a part of your journey, who has always brought joy and understanding to where you're headed. Even if they don't agree with you all the time. It's not about them always agreeing. It's about them coming from a loving and a trustworthy place. That's what it is. That's when they allow themselves to come in and put the type of gas you need for you to get to your next level. I said, these are the people who will give you 93 because they feel you deserve it and they just want to see you keep on moving. Now, if I know that it's going to require this car to get this amount of gas for it to be functioning at its highest level, then that's what I'm going to put in it. If I know that you're my friend and I want you to get to the level in which you're trying to go, I'm going to put in the best in you. I'm going to put 93 into your tank because I want to see you get to your next level. I want to see where you're going. I want to help you get there because my intentions are to help grow me, grow you, and for us to love and support one another. Just be aware of the ones who refuse to give you what is required and they have it, but not for you. Did you hear me? Be aware for the people in your life who has what is required for you to get what you need to go to the next level, but they refuse to give it to you. These are the signs of those people in your life. The first sign is they are the ones always putting doubt in your head. You ever had those people in your life when no matter what you got on your mind, no matter what you're trying to do, they always got a reason why it ain't gonna work? They give you that doubt. They make you doubt your existence. They make you doubt where you're going. They make you doubt the vision that you're seeing. The second thing is always discouraging every move you make. So they're always telling you, oh, no, that ain't, don't do it like that. Or, oh, I don't think that's going to work. Or, never giving you ways of getting it done, but always shooting down every way you're trying to go. Those are the people. The last thing is always telling you how someone else did it better. You got those people in your life who, no matter what you doing or how you doing it, they always have an opinion of how, oh, I know somebody who did that and they did it better than that. Oh, I know somebody who do that. And it might not be that they're saying that they've done it better, but what they are saying is they're trying to let you know of somebody that they know that could do what you just did. So almost to make you as less unique as you are feeling in the moment, that's the person. I said, remember, everybody was built with the ability to supply you with any of the 3 levels of gas. And we choose what we want to give whomever, whenever. So what I want you to understand is you may have been needing 87 and you may have changed your life and you may have become a luxury car. And so now you're requiring a little bit more to keep you revved up. Now for those people, you have to understand that whoever was in your life, whoever's coming in your life, whoever you have met along your journey, we all are made with those 3 levels of gas. We all have all of those things in our supply, in our reservoir to give to somebody else. Now the question is, are you willing to give to me the highest grade in which I need in order for me to move on this journey? Are you willing to give that to me? Are you willing to give it to the people in your life? Or are the people willing to give that to you? It's about you starting to take inventory on not just what people are giving to you, but what you are giving out to others. If you find that you're in a relationship or you're in somewhere where you don't feel authentic, you don't feel like that's your next, if you're that person that's doubting somebody, then you need to change that relationship. It's something about that relationship that is uneasy with your spirit. If you're the person who is hating on somebody, you need to change that relationship. It's something about what they're doing that has you with this little feeling inside that doesn't allow you to pour into them what they're required and what you can offer them. 93 doesn't mean all compliments. What it means is real talk for real understanding filled with unconditional love. And so what I'm meaning is just because you're pouring the highest grade of gas into me doesn't mean that you are coddling me. It doesn't mean that you are agreeing with everything that I have going on. What it means is that you are ready am willing to acknowledge whatever it is that I have to offer. It means that you are willing to acknowledge what I am willing to give. So if you consider yourself a luxury, as I consider myself, and you have people who refuse to give you 93, it's time to change your supplier. So again, I say, who is supplying your need? Who has God placed in your life to pour into you what you need to take you to the next level? Do you know who that is? Are you acknowledging that? Are you aware of the energy and the people that are in your life? Are you aware? Nakia says, my life has purpose. I thank you for taking me through the test to see the direction I'm supposed to be at. Exactly. It's about you acknowledging that this life is a test and is about the journey. And the blessing is in the lesson. And so if you can embrace whatever it is that you were being taught, then you can take that on your journey to be your best self. Then you can make that a part of your makeup and your buildup as you are, navigating through this journey called life. I said the trick is when you know you are dealing with a 93 supplier, you can openly receive their opinions and ideas for your journey because you trust they don't want to see you broke down. Which means if I know that you are who you are, when you come to me and you come to me in a loving place and you come to me and you're giving advice, whatever it is, I don't question it. I don't question your motives because I know that my heart, my soul has a connection to you. And so I'm able and willing to receive what you're giving me. I'm able and willing to manifest it in my spirit. And then it allows me to dare to be different. It allows me to transform the way I see stuff because God has supplied me with a message through his people, through things. So you have to be aware and pay attention that God is using people in your life. And in order for you to see that, you have to acknowledge that God is in all of us. And so stop saying, well, God ain't showed up. He showed up in so many ways. He showed up in the best friend he gave you. He showed up in the second mom. He showed up in the original mom. He shows up in the kids. He shows up in so way to let you know that I'm real. And these people are meant here to keep you going on this journey. And so the thing is, are you ready to get from your supplier what I said for you? It's up to you to pay attention so you can get from your supplier what he has sent for you. I said, so do some homework in your life and ask yourself, who has God sent as a supplier to you? Who has God sent to touch you? Who has God sent to inspire you? Who has God sent to feel you? Who has God sent to get you to your next step? Because you have to understand this. It's like school. I said the best way to think of it is like school and class, right? We all go through lessons. And each grade, we get a new teacher, right? And when you have proven that you are ready to go to the next level, what has he done? What do you do? You graduate to the next class. But understand this, when you go to the next grade, even in the same subject, is a new teacher. You know why? Because they have a higher learning for you. There is something more waiting. If you do not navigate your way through life in a way that acknowledges that there's levels to this and that you don't have to stay in the same circle to be loyal. You don't have to stay in the same circle to be great. What you have to do is graduate in this life so that you can one day become the teacher. But in order for us to become the teacher, we have to acknowledge the elevation, empower ourselves, and take it all in and be our best self. I said, what has your suppliers left in your reservoir? What do you have right now? You have to sit back and take inventory about the people that are in your life, the people whose lives you are in, and question, what are the intentions? What are the motives? What am I gaining? Have I gotten the lesson? Have I moved on? Am I ready to go higher in this thing called life? Am I soaring to reach my supreme moment of destiny? Because in order for me to get to the supreme, I have to take all these steps up. But if I'm not acknowledging it, if I'm not embracing it, if I'm not moving in such a way, I might get left behind because I forgot that God has already supplied me with everything I need. But I have not acknowledged it because I didn't know that it was supposed to come in the form of the people that he sends in my life. And so be mindful of that. I said, and who is filling you up? And where has it gotten you so far? So the question is, where are you today? Who is pouring into you? And where are you right now? Are you happy where you are? Do you feel like you're flourishing in whatever areas of your life? Do you feel like joy is always on the inside? Do you feel like all things are possible at this very time in your life? If you're feeling like that and you're moving like that, then you are receiving what people are supplying. You are receiving that 93. What I want you to understand is that in order for us to be our best self, in order for us to grow to the levels in which God will want us to grow, He wants you to understand that you were built for luxury. He wants you to understand that you are not an original model. We spoke on last week about you being unique. But He's saying that when I took you to the level of luxury, I expected you to embrace the type of car that I have given you. And I expect you to pour only the things in it that is going to build you up and keep you moving on this journey to sustain the test of time. So the question is, are you allowing people to pour into you and supply you with the things you need to sustain you for this test of time? Is your car a luxury car, and are you being provided with that high-grade gas? Are you giving enough influence and enough love from the people around you to get you to where you're trying to go? Girl, you need to be still. I receive it, so I receive it. Thank you, honey. Kia said, I am walking in the resurrected Christ. God be the glory. Yes, and that's what it's all about. It's about you understanding that God is in all of us. And what we put out is what we are supplying to His children. What we add to people's lives is what we are supplying to what their lives are. So the thing is, are you putting into somebody else's tank what you want them to put into yours? If you're not treating people how you want to be treated, you will find yourself living and operating in such a way where you will always find yourself falling short. You will always find yourself not having enough, which then puts you in the level of not finding yourself worthy enough. And so in order to be worthy, you have to understand that everybody else is worthy. This next one, it said, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. And so that's what I'm saying. If you are continuously having people pour negative in you, if you are continuously surrounding yourself by people who don't want the best for you, and you see that, you know, they said when you know better, you do better. And so I'm saying that I'm asking you guys to do better. I'm asking you guys to pay attention. I'm asking you guys to treasure the luxury car that God has given you to navigate through this life. Treasure the oil you change. Treasure, you know, all these things. And, you know, I like to use different things that's going to help us understand when I'm trying to talk. I always get it in my head like that. But the car was such a wonderful thing because people dream of cars. They dream of, you know, that's the dream. Oh, I wish I get a Benz, or I wish I had this, or, you know, I want a Bentley. Whatever it is that you dreaming for the outside, I'm saying it could be on the inside. That best grade or whatever you see yourself, that's what has to be on the inside. That journey that you're trying to go on, the thing that the love and the joy and the stuff that's going to sustain you through your levels, that is what you have to pour on the inside. That's why I choose me hashtag No More Excuses is so important. It allows you to pour on the inside. It allows you to only expect and require the best from the people around you. It only allows you to give the best to the people around you. And so if you're in circles which are pouring into one another, then everybody's cup will begin to run over because we are sharing in the supply in which God gave us all. Are you sharing your supply? Are you giving people what they're asking for, or are you deciding that they're not enough? Are you deciding that they don't require this? Are you saving your stock for somebody else? That's the question. I said, in this journey of I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, it requires you to be naked with your soul. And when I mean naked with your soul, I mean you have to be real. I mean totally 100% real with who you are and where you are. You have to be 100% real with where you're going and what it's going to take for you to get there. And in order to do that, you have to understand that you are unique. You have to understand that you are a supplier. You have to understand that you deserve whatever it is somebody is bringing to you. You are the supplier of other people's need, and other people are the supplier of yours, because God uses people to be a blessing to where you're going on your journey. And so the question is, do you know where you're going, and are you aware of your suppliers? The poem that I'm going to do today for our week, for this week of Who's Your Supplier, is titled, Who's Your Supplier? Who are you allowing to pour into who you aspire to be? Are you utilizing the X-ray vision your spirit allows you to see? Because your instincts reveal others' intentions without ever saying a word. And to believe what we are feeling is somehow thought of as absurd. But your instincts act as your compass for where God has designed you to go. And if you refuse to pay attention, it hinders the speed of your flow. Who are you allowing to supply you with the things that you need? And what will be the results of their planted seed? For every seed planted in life will grow when you're least expected. And if you don't notice what's growing, your purpose can soon after be neglected. Because if you forget to feed your spirit, then your dream will just be a vision. For the steps that's required to make it a reality is merely your decision. Decide to treat your purpose as a special gift you hold. And I promise you will never, I'm sorry, Essence wrote it out for me after I wrote it. And I promise you, you will never live out your journey without the greatest story ever told. Because the story of your purpose fulfilled is the testimony divinely unique. For you were made to do one-of-a-kind things, your supreme moment of destiny. So be sure to fuel your life with the proper supplies God has intended just for you. And I promise throughout this journey, there will be plenty on reserve when going through. And so thank you for tuning in. As I said when I started, I am so dealing with this cold that has been kicking my butt all day. But I am so excited about what Tuesday night is. I definitely wanted to make sure I got this message through because it was put in my spirit earlier. And so I said, no weapons. Like I said, I know I'm coming to give my 93 to all who will receive. And so I know that I'm going to get my 93 back. Because you know what you put out, you get back. And there was a quote I made the other day. The seeds you plant today is a garden you water tomorrow. And so my question to you is, what have you planted? What are you pouring? What are you sowing? And are you beginning with you? Because in order for you to be anything for anybody, it starts with you first being all of that to yourself. And so in order for you to give 93, you have to understand you have 93. In order for you to reach those high levels, you have to understand that you were born and equipped with a master plan, and it is up to you to reach the potential by taking advantage of everything on God's journey, on your journey. Take advantage of everything that God sends your way because he's sending it through people. Don't miss your blessing waiting on God when he's sending it through his children. We are all a part of your journey. Tina, yes, 93, Regina, and you did. The kid said, thank you so much. Love, love, love. Love you guys. Remember the motto. Look, I'm so out of it that I can't even remember the motto. I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. I just want you to know that you have been supplied with everything you need to take you where you're trying to go. And so I ask that you acknowledge it, that you embrace it, and that you share whatever it is that you can pour into somebody else's luxury car. Because what you do to others, like I said, is done unto you. And I say start with yourself and loving yourself and lifting yourself up and knowing that you are worthy, you are enough, and this journey is waiting on you. A reminder, this Saturday is our vision board party. We will go live at 8 p.m. on Saturday. I hope everybody has been cutting out the visions that they see for their their life and putting it into their I Choose Me box. Don't remember, everybody should have an I Choose Me hashtag No More Excuses shoebox. And I want y'all, you should have been doing it over the last 2 weeks if you have been a part of the I Choose Me Tuesday night. And so I ask you guys to cut out your visions and put it in a box. And on Saturday, this Saturday, February 4th at 8 p.m., we will go live and talk about our visions and put it on the table and create our board. So make sure that you come to the meeting with your I Choose Me box, your board, your glue stick, whatever it is that it's going to take for you to create your vision. And I want you to build with us. We're going to build together this Saturday, because at the end of the day, it's all about us. It's all about teamwork, make the dream work. It's all about supporting. It's all about sisterhood, and it's about love. And so that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. The more you love yourself, the easier it is going to be to love other people. And so if you're not loving you, you don't have what it takes to love somebody else. But if you have begun to choose yourself, to love yourself, and find yourself worthy, then it's time for you to start choosing other people and pouring into them what has been poured into you or what you have an overflow of. I love you guys. I look forward to Saturday. I Choose Me, 8 p.m. Get your vision. Hey, it's up to you. It's time for us to make a blueprint. We need to have a roadmap to where we're going. So create your blueprint. Start getting your story together. Start putting your journey together so we can create the vision and where we're trying to go. Love you. Can't wait for Saturday. I'm excited. I know I'm going to be feeling better. I'm going to be in better spirits. But I do want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. I love everybody. And remember, I Choose Me hashtag No More Excuses. Because why? Because I'm enough. I'm a supplier, and I'm out here taking inventory of my life because I want to know what people are bringing to me. Make people accountable for the energy they bring, just as you should be accountable for what you bring. Love you. Until next week. Well, until Saturday. I Choose Me hashtag No More Excuses. Love you.